you see that okay?
Yep.
Good stuff. Now, the first thing I must say is look how happy this lady is in the video. That could be your customer if you start using RCS. Nice.
We hate to say it, but your customers aren't here. Or here. Or here. But we know where they are. Using personalized, two-way communication right in their native messaging app. Improve engagement, clicks, and conversions. Easier wins for your customers means more wins for you. And when your communication is secure and flexible, customers are more likely to reach out. So when they're searching for the latest styles, asking for suggestions, or ready to purchase, you'll be there. With RCS for Business, meet your customers anywhere.
Perfect. See, I told you she was happy. So just a little overview on what RCS is. I'm sure there's some level of familiarity across those online today. But essentially some of the features, the anatomy that sticks out immediately is the ability to have branding and verification. Huge work has been done by the mobile operators, Claudine representing O2 today, to ensure that this remains a very trusted and hygienic channel, pushing away spam, driving trust. And with that, ultimately, that just means that consumers have a much higher propensity to engage and less friction in relationship with brands. In terms of the upgrade from the former world, I think all of us as consumers are used to sharing files and pictures and videos, and that's exactly what this does, not just from me to friends, but from businesses to consumers. And that can be put on carousels and have buttons. And so not just intuitive and ease of engagement, but the ability for accessibility for all different types of demographic, making it very simple and an enhanced, rich, immersive way to communicate with brands. I'm just going to point out one other point, which is just on the right here. This is some of the Google products that are natively integrated to RCS. It works across both iOS and Google, so all handsets, with around 75% coverage in the UK. End of the year, this can be around 85% or so, which actually just goes beyond WhatsApp. But when I think about RCS, I think kind of beyond it being just a messaging channel. I think about it being a node in which consumers are able to go through a trusted entry point and then have either a conversation through messaging, or be able to add things to calendar, or make a phone call, or make a payment, or add something to their loyalty card. And so as you look at this, we have discovery, where I could talk a little bit in a moment around different ways in which Google are helping brands to be discovered, find that moment of intent, and then be able to convert that in a mobile optimized manner. But when you go through, you can see, again, all of these opportunities, these clicks, these buttons, the simplicity. And with each one of these, this is something that brands are able to capture data and be able to use that for ongoing relevance, context, and personalization. And this obviously is a retail example, but we're working with banks and utility companies and airlines. And so where this is very retail focused, I was told 5 minutes, which is also why I'm speaking very quickly, trying to be respectful to that. But this gives you a good view of just how it's there, streamlined, ease of use, and why many consumers and brands for that reason are leaning in heavily towards it. And then the final thing I'll say is, the challenge for so many companies today is going, what do you do when you're looking at the crystal ball of data going, what's the right person, right channel, right time? And you're trying to load the dice as best possible to try and ensure that you've got a meaningful contextual message that's going to be driving value to your consumer. And all of those things data can help you with. But what we're trying to do at Google today is to provide further environments where if someone's to search for your brand, or search for something where you come upon SEO, search engine optimization, if you have an advert on Google, all of these environments are going, someone at that moment in time has already said we have intent and discovery, and we are able to take that person and help them convert in a mobile optimized flow like you've just seen. So let me stop sharing my screen and pass back to the others, but hopefully that gives you a little flavor as to why people are getting so excited about RCS both businesses and consumers alike.